Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. 2013 Mazda 5 Sport. AC pump is inoperative. And I diagnosed the vehicle some time ago last year. And, well, money wasn't there at the time, so they've been running around without the AC. We are at it now. So we'll have a look and see about getting this pump off, and then tomorrow put the pump back on. This is going to be the last thing for the evening. I did go ahead and evacuate what was left in the system. 1 pound is the charge. I recovered like 0.6, which is more than enough to make it work. I mean, that's not, the compressor has got a failure in this thing, in case you're wondering what it is. We've diagnosed it with actual power going to the AC compressor, and everything was there other than the clutch wouldn't engage, and you can't get a clutch for this thing. I've looked to get it, and you can't get it. So without further ado, let's do the job. So tensioner on this baby. Let me grab a light. Whoa, I'm going to trip over this cord. I better unplug that for the time being. I got this here icon light, and I'm going to admit now it's garbage. The battery is already to the point where it doesn't want to hold a charge, and I've not had that same problem with the cheapos. Yes, sir. Now that's what we're looking at. I'm going to request that we are replacing a belt on this thing. The belt's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't like that belt at all. That belt is old and worn for sure. Well, it looked like that's all going to take place underneath. Never mind that. So we've got these good old screws. As soon as I tell you wrong. That's what I figured. Anyway, I'm going to have to remove the skirt. Yeah, I may be taking off the wrong thing. Just the front ones. I'll get the camera adjusted just a little bit so you may actually follow along. Well, I'm just taking screws from the bottom here to get the plastic dropped out. Actually, I started taking screws off the other part, and they don't need to be, I don't think. Well, there's some 10s right there. These fronts were 8. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one back in, or these two here back in. I'll switch over to the 10. Over here. A grand total of 7 of these 10mm headed bolts. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit on the sore side. If I had a water main break, I've been shoveling on that. I shall get you in here. We'll figure out what the best way is to show you this. That's what I'm talking about. This thing was fully charged, and the battery is already saying it's empty. I'm going to figure out if the thing's got warranty or if that's a non-warranty item, but that's pitiful. I've never had a problem with the cheap ones that I get over there. And I like the articulation on it better. Yeah, I think this is doable here. Well, I might have been, yeah, I ain't gonna mess with that. I can show you, but I wouldn't mess with it anyway. I mean, if that was my vehicle, I would do that, but this ain't my vehicle, so I'm not gonna do it. So the belt needs to be replaced. There's too many cracks in the belt, but right there is your compressor. You see how easy that is to get to. I'm assuming there's 4 bolts holding it in. Fittings are right here. There's a couple of bolts, and then of course you got your plug for the clutch. But if you note right here, now I'm going to be honest, I did not see that when I diagnosed it last year, and that may not have been like that already at the time. The compressor itself does spin free. The tensioner is over here. Crankshaft, right there's your tensioner, okay? Looks to be a 13. So we'll get that done here in a minute. I'm going to put you back up. Well, now you can't say that I've been camera lazy. I did show you. Let me find a better angle here, hopefully. It's hard to find an angle where you're not going to be in the way. Well, let's see if I call the 13. I know we're going to have some ambient noises. I really honestly don't know what to do about it. That may have been a 15 or not. Yeah, could be a 15. It's hard to see. Well, it's hard for me to see. How about that? I know somebody's going to call me out on that. I didn't think so. Ratchet don't go on it. I did not think so. It's just shy for ratchet to go on. So. Let's see something. Yeah, there's what I was looking for. Boys, I'll miss that altogether. Unless I wasn't holding my finger right. Ha! Well, I'll be jiggered. You can believe it. It's actually a 14. If you can believe that. There's a lot of, yeah, I think you can see that. There's a lot of cracks in that belt. And I'm just going to ask them if they want to replace it. If not, I mean, it can probably go some more, so whatever. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. 10 mil, but you have to do it with the wrench. Of course, I done showed you where I was at. Right now we got the vacuum holding it in. Just like that. And the other one I'm going to get with the ratchet. We'll give it a try. Yes, sir. Yep. Sorry, my back is to you. Thankfully, these bolts are nice and loose. Both of these bolts are the same length. You gotta remember, the compressor will come with O-rings that is needed for this install. The plug, I'm gonna try to do the plug after I get it off. We'll see if I can miss a couple more times. I honestly thought it might be. Japanese car, 12 millimeter. And yes, that was a joke. But it is 12 millimeter, that's not a joke. This is an older couple, by the way. Not that it matters as far as doing the work, but the car is pretty clean. So her husband is disabled and simply tired of riding around in a hot vehicle. Man, I could have lowered this thing down a notch or two. Oh man, that's crazy. Leave one bolt in the bottom, obviously, make the easy one the last one. I shouldn't have to tell you that. Yeah, for the most part, these bolts come out pretty good. Let me get these gloves off my hands. I'm sure they'll be too long, too short. Yeah, there'll be two long ones, two short ones. One of the long ones right here. And like I said, I'll leave that one here, I'll leave for last. Should have had a power tool in my hand. Oh well. Job really isn't that difficult. I mean, it can easily be done in the driveway. Very easily be done in the driveway. Of course, me, I'm not going to do it in the driveway, so only to prove a point. Let me get you back down a little bit. I'm going to lower this thing down. Sometimes folks get themselves wound up on stuff. I've had comments before, you ain't on a peg! You're right, I'm not. And generally I would agree, it's probably not a good idea to not be on the pegs. You know, this is sitting on the hydraulics right now rather than the built-in safety mechanism. I mean, granted, the next one down should theoretically catch it if it were to fall, but let's hope it don't fall. I keep the hydraulic hoses, I keep them inspected to make sure they're in good shape and not showing signs of wear. Okay, so I lied. There's going to be 3 long, 1 short. This may be on dowels, but I'm not going to take a chance. Yeah, it is on a dowel liner. Yeah, it is doweled. So that is doweled. Remember, I still got to undo the plug. And I'm trying to figure out what I got to do to undo the plug. I have to get this light over here. Sorry about that. I gotta be the one seeing it. Well, wow, this ain't so great. I'm gonna have to get a pick. And I'm gonna have to get you out of the way there, folks. Sorry about that. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. There it finally is. Lord. Yeah, the rivets came undone out of the compressor. And the compressor is fine. There's no, it don't appear to have any damage on the compressor. It's nice and clean on the inside. I'm not even gonna try to show you this one, and that is a OE. So I don't know why that plug was off of it. And nothing wrong with the plug. I don't see anything wrong with the plug. It was on that end right there. So basically, I'm gonna pause you up because, well, that's the long and short of it for me. And everything is already nice and clean, so I don't have to do nothing. Love it. Gotta get lucky every now and then. By the way, before I forget, I might want to tell you that too. I got 2 ounces of oil out of it. That compressor, if I was guessing, is going to come with some 2 to 3 ounces already pre-charged, and I'm not for sure that I'm going to add any more oil into the system. I might add an ounce. If it has 2 ounces, I might add an ounce. If it has 3 ounces, I probably will not. We got us a AC compressor in it. It's already mounted. Apologize. I got to. So here it says, okay, on the compressor, it says drain the oil, add correct amount, and type for the application. So I did drain the oil, and I put 3 ounces of pack 46 in it. Like I said, this is hooked back up. Just now putting the line back on top. And I do apologize, like I said, that I didn't show the process. Guys, I'm by myself. I've got a ton of vehicles sitting around needing to be done. So I simply didn't have the time to sit here and do the video and do all that, show you all this. This particular compressor, you got to be very careful. Always change the O-rings. This particular compressor, the hole is a little bit bigger. We got to note this. There is not a O-ring in the kit that matches to this cross-section of this O-ring. You have to go with the bigger cross-section. This one here is a bigger cross-section, but it will work on this compressor. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I got the top hooked up and I know that it'll work. Or else I wouldn't have known that. And I guess I should add as well that when you do this, you must make sure that no dirt and debris can fall into the holes of the compressor. You know, it's obvious, very, very, very important. If you get dirt and debris falling in, it's game over. I shouldn't even have to say that. Yep, that bigger cross-section O-ring will go in. Replace your 2 bolts, tighten that back up. And that is the long and short of this. I'm not going to go through the evacuation process and me filling it up. I'm not going to do all that. Click, click. Torque the proper spec. And now, of course, we are going to have to replace our plastic. We're going to have to get this all bolted back in. Reverse removal, and we will see what it's going to do once I get the system charged. Pause you back up. Actually, before I do, that's the new compressor. I was unable to get the clutch for it, like a lot of times we cannot. I can't spend hours and hours and hours online trying to find clutches. You can probably get it on Amazon, and that'll probably fail no more than what these will. So it is what it is. This is the world we're living in. I'm gonna pause you back up. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, the customer is in a super big hurry to get the car back, so they done come and got it. AC works perfectly fine, nice and cold. Leave me some comments in the comment section. Like, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.